What a day. I spent half my day traveling and I couldn't even do a lot of work on the plane because I was just sleepy. But at least I got here a day and a half early. The meeting itself is the day after tomorrow. So we're going to spend most of tomorrow prepping for the meeting, doing rehearsals and running last minute checks, I'm sure. So I'm not settled in yet, but I do have to go catch up with my team. We have errands to run. And then when I get back, I'll catch up on emails and work stuff and see what else I can do. It's 3 p.m. here right now. So it's like work is done on the East Coast. So everyone's, kind of done with the day over there. But depending on how the rest of the day goes, I hope I actually have some time later today to finish editing a video for us that I'm working on so that I can upload tomorrow. I'm like 2 days behind on my upload schedule. Yeah, gotta go. Just got back to the room and it's not super late, but I'm also on the West Coast now, which means my body is 3 hours ahead, so it is much later than it actually is for me. But on the plus side, we did run all the errands that we were supposed to run. We had to print a bunch of things for the meeting that we're having, so that has been done, and we went out for dinner, which was good. Food was so good. However, I'm beginning to feel the impact of the heavy bags that I was carrying all day while I was traveling. That's beginning to really take a toll. I'm gonna prep for bed and kind of see how much energy I have after I shower. I think what's most likely going to happen is I'm going to crash and then wake up really early to plan for the day. If I'm counting correctly, I think this is my third time in San Francisco. I don't think I've been here since 2019. No, that's not true. I think I came here in 2021. Yeah, but that's still a while ago, and there is still so much of the city itself that I haven't seen. So I hope I get a chance to do a little sightseeing while I'm here and maybe even meet up with my friend who lives a little close to San Francisco. I don't know yet. I haven't made any concrete plan on the final day of this trip because I don't want to overplan and just have all my time packed with things. I just want to make sure that I'm giving myself space to actually get some rest. But yeah, time to decompress. Had like 2 hours of meetings today alone, but it is now time to head out. I'm going to go meet my co-workers. We have a couple of things that we have to knock off our list so that we can start prepping for this meeting. We're actually going to prep the meeting location, make sure that we have everything, run through everything that we have to do. It's so funny to vlog something I actually can't vlog about because I feel like I'm speaking in code, but I'm also trying really hard not to like bore you with details that really aren't important to you. So yeah, it's a little funny, but we're off.
With like everyone just coming to
Television. Sometimes back in editorial, if you want. We are back in the hotel room. I'm going to change out of my clothes, put on some sweats, and do some editing. I have a lot of editing to do. And then I'm going to go to bed. I'm really tired. Now that the meeting is over, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. You know how like you don't even realize that something is so top of mind for you until it's done, until it's over. But yeah, it was a really good meeting. Everything went well. I think the people that you work with are a really huge deciding factor in whether or not a potentially stressful event or circumstance will be more or less stressful than it actually is. That makes sense. Yeah, because it's much easier to work towards resolving something with people who are reasonable, considerate, kind, and most importantly, actually good at what they do. Yeah, I definitely deserve a break after past couple of days and weeks, honestly, that I've had. It is now 5:30. I'm going to go outside. It's so nice outside. I'm going to take a walk. I'm leaving tomorrow. I decided not to leave the day of the meeting just so I could have some quiet alone time to actually decompress and get my mind right. I think it'll help. But I can feel it in my body that I actually need rest. I need a lot of rest. So I'm going to take a walk. Before I take that walk, really quickly, I had a realization this morning that just rewired my brain. So something I've been thinking about for the past couple of days is investigating the feelings that come up when I make something, create something, put it out there, and I don't get positive reactions or I don't get like enough eyes on it. And there are many reasons for that. I think you learn the more you create on social media that you can't really control the algorithm. You can do everything right in terms of promoting your work, posting at the right times, having a target audience in mind when you're creating. You can do all the things. And sometimes some things just won't hit. And you kind of learn to deal with it. It's part of the creative process. Like you learn to see past all the vanity metrics, right? But investigating the feelings that come up personally for me is something that I've been thinking about and kind of journaling about lately. And what came up for me today was one of the feelings underneath the disappointment, at least for me, is the fear that this thing that I've created might be the best version of that thing. And now that I've made it and it's unsuccessful, I'm worried that that's it. What if I don't have anything better than this to create? What if this is the best that I can do and it's not good? And it seems such a small thing, but the message that I got from it is more will always come. There'll always be more. And I wasn't expecting to find that I had a scarcity mindset when it came to being a creative, but that is what it is, right? To be a little short-sighted and small-minded in the fact that like the thing that you're creating, you can create it, don't put too much pressure on it. You can just make it, let it go. If it doesn't work out, there is more where that came from, right? But if you hold on so tightly to it, you hold on so tightly to your creativity, to the things that you create, you keep them in your mind because you don't want to put them out there because you're scared that it has to go forth and be this great thing. Otherwise, it would be wasteful. That is scarcity mindset. You're being unaware of the fact that there are deep wells within you where that thing came from, and where it came from, there is always more. But if you don't let that go, the more won't even come up to the surface, right? You have to like create things, let it go, let the well flow out of you, and you will be surprised to find that there's already more. But it also applies to a bunch of other things too. There is more love around you than you realize. No matter how young or old you are, you haven't met everyone who could love you yet. That's something that I truly believe. So it's the same logic, it's the same like lesson. It kind of carries this over into different aspects of life, and your best days are not behind you. The best things that you've created have not already been created. There is more that is still inside of you to create, to put out. And to be really honest, let's say that thing that you've done is the best or the most critically acclaimed thing that you will ever make or ever produce. It shouldn't stop you from enjoying the process of making the other things, even if the other things do not live up to this great thing. And it reminded me of a part of Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, when she's talking about Harper Lee and how Harper Lee, the author of To Kill a Mockingbird, didn't write any other book because she was so crippled by the immense success of her very first book, To Kill a Mockingbird, and the pressure of the success and the publicity and the acclaim that she got was so much, she never put out anything else in her lifetime. I think there were other things that were published in her name after she died, like writings that were found that she had worked on. But yeah, how sad is that? Think of all the things that were never written by Harper Lee after To Kill a Mockingbird that could have been written if she just, had continued writing, basically. And that is a case for someone who succeeded. That isn't even, someone who had to deal with failure. But they're different sides of the same coin, I guess. So yeah, the point is there's always more to be lived. There's always more to be loved, to be made, to be enjoyed, to create, to be created, to share. As long as you're still here, there's more. There's more coming. I'm going to go take that walk now.